Hi YouTube, welcome back to a long overdue video. This is Levi. This is the little guy that I have been documenting this whole time. So let's get caught up. So to be honest, I'm not quite sure where I left off. I kind of forgot or didn't really have time to look back at the videos. I believe I was 37 or 38 weeks. But we're gonna jump to 39 because nothing like really exciting happened at the end of pregnancy. Of course, my handy dandy notes because this brain. So we'll start February 18th, 39 weeks, and I think I was 39 weeks and 2 days or 1 day, something like that. Anyways, I woke up cramping. I wasn't sure if it was gonna amount to anything. It was like the most I had felt. It was very mild and ended up just being a fluke, so that was nothing. And that morning, I believe, Friday before he was born, 39 weeks, I went to my appointment. I got checked. I was 2 centimeters and 80% effaced, which I had been 80% effaced and 1 centimeter the week before, so slowly progressing. Dilation doesn't always mean much. But at that appointment, the midwife was like, I don't think you'll make it to your next appointment or your due date. And spoiler alert, I did not. And so February 19th, I woke up, took a shower, got ready for work, and when I was getting out of the shower, I, was getting all ready and stuff, and I had thought I lost some of my mucus plug. If you've had a baby before, if you've lost your mucus plug, you know. I obviously had never had a baby, but I was like, I'm pretty sure this is what this is, but it wasn't too much, so I was like, maybe I'm losing some of it. So I went to work that day, and halfway through the day at work, I certainly lost more, and I was like, that's definitely my mucus plug. Had a little bit of blood in it, so I was like, confirmed, definitely my mucus plug. No other symptoms though that day. Or during the day at work. Got home, made dinner, did the dishes, wanted to go to Costco but didn't end up making it, and then around 7:30 I was still losing my mucus plug, so I went to the bathroom and cleaned up and whatever, and 10 minutes later, roughly, this is all estimates I wrote down on my phone, after cleaning up, I was like, I think my water just broke. And it was kind of like, it's weird. I felt like I was peeing myself, but I had just gone to the bathroom, so I was like, I definitely don't think that's what that is. So I went to the bathroom again to clean up, and as I was changing my bottoms, my underwear, whatever, like a bigger gush came out. And you could tell there was definitely mucus stuff in it. And I was like, yeah, my water definitely broke. So I called my sister and I was like, I think my water broke, and obviously I had told Kevin, and he was like, are you serious? And I was still even kind of in shock, and I was like, yeah, I think we're about to have a baby. But even at that time, 7:40-ish, 7:55-ish, still losing water, but no contractions at the time. Let's see if anything comes out of that. At 8 o'clock, I called oh no. 8 o'clock, I called the doctor to update her, and she wanted me to go get checked and just confirm that it was my water and check on baby Levi, just to make sure he wasn't stressed or anything. So we started doing that. We kind of took our sweet time, getting there. I had already had my stuff packed, but I was getting last minute things, water bottles, just getting dressed and whatever. 8:10-ish, after I got off the phone with the doctor, my contractions started. Just what people say, I felt like period cramps at first, here and there, definitely just kind of crampy. Pick your head up. And then we got to the hospital around 8:30, 8:45. I didn't vlog as soon as we got there, so somewhere around that time. Contractions definitely started picking up very quickly, definitely getting stronger. When I first got there, I could talk through them, they weren't an issue, and then I definitely needed to start breathing through them. Shortly after we got there, I got an ultrasound to make sure he was head down, which he was and had been, I think, since my 36-week appointment. But at the ultrasound at the hospital, we found out he was sunny side up. So basically just like he is, but facing down. You know, his face was facing outwards, which can make for a little bit more painful delivery. And then 9 p.m. they came in and swabbed me and confirmed that my water did break, which I knew it definitely wasn't pee. And then kind of from there on, I labored like just standing up, kind of like moving around a little bit. I was on the toilet a little bit. I was in the tub. The tub really didn't do a whole lot for me. And then when I was in the tub, I decided, yeah, I'm definitely getting the epidural, which I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos. You know, obviously I can't remember. My goal was to go without, or maybe as far as I could without. Yeah, those contractions are no joke. I was like, I'm definitely getting the epidural. So that I got at around 12:30, 12:45, and that was magic. For the first like part of it, I really couldn't move my legs or feel much. And then by the time I was pushing, like I could move my legs but not feel any pain, just the pressure, which was magical. Getting the epidural, my back didn't really hurt. The part that hurt was like having to sit still through painful ass contraction. And it, you know, in that moment, it probably didn't take that long, but it felt like it took forever for them to put it in. And that was just the painful part. And then after that, you know, I was kind of just laboring. I got checked at 1 a.m. for the first time since being in the hospital, and I was 4 centimeters. I was like, that's it? And they're like, that's good. You did that all on your own. But I didn't necessarily. Are you talking too? Oh, you're gonna get sad. Uh-oh. Be right back. I didn't necessarily mean like that was it, and as in like that's as far as I'd gone. I meant like that's it for as much pain as I was in. Like for as much pain as I was in at 4 centimeters, I definitely could not imagine going to a 10. That's for sure. So after that, at 2 a.m. my blood pressure was dropping, and that was kind of affecting baby. So they gave me, I think, a shot in like my leg or my butt to kind of help regulate that or fix that. Seemed to help, but his heart rate was kind of giving us not trouble, but like they were having trouble keeping track of him, and it was like dipping here and there. So they were like moving me in different positions, like my back, my side, sitting up, which ended up being the best. But at 3:15, he actually, they put the fetal scalp monitor in his head, which, you know, I wanted whatever was best to be able to keep track of him. And at that time I was 7 centimeters dilated, so moving along pretty nicely. Next, that brings us, so last check was at 3:15. 5:45 they came in and checked me, and I was 8 centimeters dilated. So I felt really good that my body was doing, you know, what it was supposed to. Nurses came back in at 6:15, noticing that my contractions had slowed down a little bit, so they recommended nipple stimulation, which I don't really know that helped, but you know, did it anyway. Wanted to do whatever we could to get little Levi here. Then next check was 8:45, and I was fully dilated, but at that time my contractions had, let me see, they had spaced out and they were like long contractions, so they started me on like a light dose of Pitocin to make them stronger and closer together, and that definitely helped, huh, Levi? Huh, Levi? And then, so shortly after that, I started pushing. I tried on my back, which originally I think I was against, or not I think, I know I was like against it. I wanted to try other positions, and we did try my side and the squat bar. The squat be was actually painful, even with the epidural, like it was no good. But Levi actually ended up flipping, and we think the squat bar helped do that, so that was good. I did end up actually delivering on my back. That is what felt best for me, and I'm kind of shocked, but I guess you never know until you try. So I pushed for 2.5 hours, which, like, it definitely like was tiring, but I don't know that it felt like 2.5 hours. I don't know. And then, so Levi was born at 11:43 a.m. on February 20th. He was 7 pounds, 13 ounces, and 20 inches long. He did have a little bit of a cone head when he was born because he was in the birth canal for so long, but that's all right. Definitely gone down a bit now. I did have like the tiniest hair apparently. It wasn't much, but they did give me 1 stitch. I wasn't bothered by it at all. Like obviously getting the stitch or even like recovery, I never noticed that I had it. So yeah, very thankful for that. But overall, the birth went amazing. I had an amazing team. My nurse, Emma, is actually a friend. She was amazing, and you know, so were all the other girls and the doctors. Yeah, I'm really thankful for how it all went. I felt really great after birth, and the care was great. Oh, you think so? You think so? Well, that's enough about me, I think. Next, we're gonna talk about little Levi. So we are nursing or breastfeeding. That was a little bit of a challenge at first, I think, because it took a few days, yeah, for my milk to come in. It didn't come in until about day 3, so we were struggling with that. And we were struggling with, oh, you puked up a little bit. Struggling with latching, so we're actually using a nipple shield, which is an amazing tool. Very thankful for that I get to fulfill my dream of nursing with that. He's actually doing a lot better without it now, but we do still use it. We actually both really enjoy nursing. He nurses like a champ. He's gaining weight really well. When we left the hospital, he was 7 pounds 3 ounces. At his checkup at the doctor a few days later, day 4, he was 7 pounds 5 ounces, and steadily going up from there. He's currently, or last I knew, he was currently 13 pounds, getting close to nap time, so he's a little fussy. But I wanted to get this done because I'm so behind. Last checkup, he was 13 pounds 2 ounces, and that was at his 2-month, and he's now 10 and a half weeks. I might just have to rock for the rest of the video, but that's okay. So Levi, when he was born, was actually a little jaundice. So that means he had high bilirubin levels. So he actually had to go on the Billy blanket, which is the light, and then he did go in the incubator for a bit. So we were in the hospital for a day longer than I think we originally thought. But in the end, I was thankful for it because obviously we wanted to help him get better, and it helped with nursing. That extra day really helped. We were actually admitted to the hospital, back to the hospital on day 6 because his levels were going up, unfortunately. That was just a one-night thing, but he did go, actually he didn't go back in the incubator that time. We just did the light. So it was definitely an eventful first week for Levi. And us, I guess. It was kind of overwhelming to have to go back to the hospital, but again, we just wanted, for him to get better. And it did take about a month, actually, for his levels to go completely down. And they say that is because we do have different blood types, which I had never known my blood type before, but when I was pregnant, my body made antibodies against his blood, and it just was taking him longer to kind of work through that, which was interesting. Levi's umbilical cord fell off at day 7. When we were actually back in the hospital, they had brought him back to me after, I think, checking his labs or, his bilirubin, and I was like, where's his umbilical cord? And the nurses were just switching over, so they're like, oh, must have fell off. So nobody even, caught it or really told us. I was kind of sad about that because I felt like that was a big moment, and I don't know, obviously just like a little mom thing. After that, my memory has failed me. Not completely, obviously, but I did get lazy about writing things down. But Levi's growing and thriving so well. He smiles now, and he talks to us in coos. That started at 6 weeks. He's still waking up every 2.5 to 3.5 hours, which is fine. I've definitely gotten used to it. The first few weeks to a month was rough. He definitely had some periods in the night where he just wanted to party and hang out for 3 hours at a time. That was rough, but definitely getting used to less sleep. Anything for this little guy. There was like a week, about 2 weeks ago, where he was sleeping 4-hour stretches, 4.5, almost 5 hours. Lasted for about a week, and then that was like right before his 2-month appointment. And this might not be related, but after he got his shot, he stopped. Again, it might just be coincidence, but so yeah, and that was just for the 4 hours, was just for like the first stretch of the night, which was still amazing. But we're back to 2.5, 3.5 hours, but that's okay, huh, Levi? Levi is in 3-month clothes. That also started at like 6 weeks. He's so long, so his pants first got too short on him, and he was still wearing newborn shirts or onesies, and then shortly after that, we maybe like 7 weeks, maybe started 3-month clothes at 5 weeks pants, and then at 6 or 7 weeks he was in 3-month onesies. I don't know, again, I got lazy about writing things down and kind of forgotten, but around there. He's in size 1 diapers, but he's kind of in between. I feel like size 1s are maybe size 1, whatever. It's a little too small, but size 2 is a little too big, so I kind of honestly go back and forth. And so now Levi is currently 10.5 weeks, so again, this video was long overdue. But mom life and procrastination and finding time to do it and all of that. And I definitely want to sit down and make it. As going forward, I don't really know what I'll continue to do. I can't really see myself doing updates. I don't know, maybe here and there, but I think the main goal of these videos was to document my pregnancy to look back on, and now give Levi a little bit of an update, but we'll see how things go. But yeah, so he's almost 3 months, and it goes so fast, like they say, and I don't know, I can't believe it. I actually go back to work in less than a week. But I'm gonna go back to work part-time, which I think will be good. I wanted a little bit, more time with him when he was little, and yeah, I feel good about that. Definitely, a little bit sad and bittersweet that 11 weeks has gone by just like that, pretty much. But I know it'll be good. I'm ready for the next chapter. So I'm sure I have missed something because, again, as I've said a million times, like a broken record, I can't remember anything and didn't write it all down. But if you follow me on social media, you can keep up there with Levi. But if you've made it this far and you've watched this video or any of my other ones, I just want to say thank you, and I guess just keep your eye out if any other videos come after this. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys. Say bye, Levi. Nap time.